Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hi everybody.
We are back with with part 56. I
Yes.
don't know why I've been wanting to call them episodes, but
Well, it feels like an episode.
yeah, it does. Anyway, with our Ecco the Dolphin Defender of the Future Let's Play.
Yep.
And we got back to where we were before. Now we know what to do, so...
And the screen goes green on our end, so...
Unfortunately... Oh, no.
Well, we got out of that jam.
Unfortunately, Connor has to use the monitor.
Yeah, that seems to be a constant.
Until our cord figures itself out. Eventually, we'll have to replace it.
Yeah, we probably will have to.
Or figure out why it's so overtime. Oh, it's back.
Good. Excellent. So we can go back to watching our adventures on TV.
Yes.
I'm hoping that you, the viewers, appreciate our dedication to this, because admittedly, I think you guys do, because admittedly this isn't really well covered game, and that's another thing that Kevin and I wanted to do with our show, was to cover games that aren't always really covered.
Yeah. Or I feel like some of these games, especially this one, its flaws are overemphasized, so people really give it a bad rep and don't tend to talk as much about cool stuff in it.
Yeah.
And also, like, I never played the whole way through this game because I really struggled with it. Whoops, we just
Whoops is
died.
right. Yeah, we just went straight to the teeth.
Yes.
Did not go out quick enough. But no worries, we'll try it again. At least we don't have to repeat all the difficult
Calling
stuff.
everybody over.
Yeah,
Just in the machine.
you know, work.
Yes.
And in a way, this work makes me appreciate what we humans do, in a way.
Yeah.
Because what they do is not easy.
Right.
And I'm kind of worried if we ever get to a future where we tell dolphins to do this sort of industrial mining grunt work.
I think this type of story is like a warning to us.
I have to agree with you on that.
It kind of makes me think of Wall-E 2 in a way, where like people, in that case AI and robots, advanced so much that humans basically didn't have to do anything, and they just became these weak, fat blobs who, like, when they're knocked out of their chair, can't even properly get up off of the floor.
Oh boy.
And yeah, if we allow ourselves, like, there's nothing wrong with making our lives more convenient.
Of course.
And making work easier, but if we overdo it to the point where machines or animals or whoever does it all for us,
that we're that negligent,
we will be frankly hastening extinction.
Yeah, that's a good opinion.
Not only for the stereotypical reason that people give that the robots are all against us and there's nothing we can do about it. Not just that reason, but also the reason for
Yeah, because evolution can go one of two ways. So yeah, as you can see, these laser thingies are taking the stones that are for real crystals and turning them into the crystalline gems that I'm guessing humans needed in this future.
Yeah, now we're seeing some pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah. Both interesting and scary, too, I might
Oh, yeah.
add. Oh, come on, Echo. Don't get stuck.
Oh, no.
Phew. That was scary. There it is.
So, yeah,
Let's talk with this glyph up here.
with the use of the sonar, the harness will grasp and crystals obey. More crystals to crusher and a path. Move crystals, sorry. Move crystals to crusher.
Yeah, that's a clue for everyone.
Yes. Whee.
I forgot, your air can replenish in a huge air bubble like that. So what we want to do is go through this thing where all these crystals have collected. Now, the guide said something, but it was a little hard for us to figure out, which was you want to move the crystals into this room.
Yeah.
We didn't know where, the floor of what did the game want us to put them.
Yeah, it said something about, oh, with the sonar you can track the crystals, and we were like, what? What
Right.
crystals? Crystals? Where?
I take it you're going a little crystal crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so once that happens, I'm just gonna quickly get some air. Yeah. Dr. Cortex was
Mr.
I forgot, he didn't spend all that time in medical school to be called Mr.
Yeah.
Cortex.
Oh my god.
Sorry about that, Dr.
okay.
Cortex. You didn't spend all that time to become Mr. Cortex, and we gotta be careful now, because this thing is deadly.
I felt bad for him in the later game.
Aha! So now we want to go down here.
When we learn more about his backstory.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is very interesting. There's a whole other room, and we have finally, after all these parts, completed this level.
Finally to Blades in Motion.
Yep.
Which
Happy.
sounds horrifying.
Very horrifying. Especially thinking about a dolphin. Blades and dolphins don't mix. Ever.
Blades and most living things don't mix very
Right.
well.
To be fair, blades and humans don't really mix either.
Nope.
As cool as swords are, you can get seriously hurt from playing with a sword the wrong way. So, yeah, weapons are not toys, but I think you, the viewer, knew that already.
Yes.
Huh. So it looks like we go down here, and it looks like... Ah, good.
Because you glass hard as a stone, but it can be shattered. Where cracks are apparent, your song shall prevail.
Right. You were saying, bud?
I was just saying that our viewers are now ready.
Oh, no.
They know the responsibility that comes with wielding something that's sharp.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys knew that already. What's this? Whoa! I forget that, yeah, we're dealing with a current, and whatever these things are.
Cyber sharks.
I'm a little scared right now. Because these things look like they're animated enough that they can actually bite, as opposed to running and booping you with their...
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna boop us.
No. I think these guys are legit gonna kill us.
This reminds me of the cyber dolphins that were cut from...
Oh, yeah!
And I was like, why were they cut? This is so cool.
Yeah.
It would have been like a little boss fight.
Yeah. A lot of things on Sega games were doing that, I noticed.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if maybe that's why they cut it, if they worried it seemed too much like they were copying Sonic 2.
Yeah.
But I did feel like the Vortex future was not very populated at all. Like a little bit too empty. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Where do we get there?
I have an idea, but I'm struggling to get out. And it's taking its toll on me. Crap.
Oh, darn it. This is not good.
No, it is not. Not good at all.
It's like a literal nightmare being trapped in a machine room thing.
Yeah. Oh, man. Sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah, I was never someone who, growing up, wanted to go into machines. I found them pretty scary.
I don't blame you, bud.
So that's why I was kind of amazed when, like, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog had that PSA about not getting in a dryer. And I'm like, there were kids who wanted to jump in a dryer.
Oh, golly. I remember that.
I would have been scared to death even thinking about getting into a dryer.
Oh yeah, here's some air. Yeah, I don't blame you, bud.
Yeah, I mean...
Something wrong?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Google, it's like, when an interview place favorite.
Oh.
Not right now.
Yeah, that's gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
I looked because, sometimes when I get notifications, it vibrates. So
Yeah. One of those crystal things.
It's current.
Yeah, it is. And the sad part is it's all crystal that will probably be important to get. There it is. Ooh!
Oh,
Yeah. These sharks must be... Oh!
that's...
I'm now wondering, do we use that attack to...
No.
Yeah, it's timed, unfortunately.
My sonar.
But the good thing is we can at least get it back again. Provided these sharks don't bite us for real.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yep, those sharks are definitely biting. No more booping.
Yeah. And yeah, there's some metal on their body too, so...
Enhanced.
I'm thinking they are.
Cyborg sharks.
So not only did the future they enhance dolphins, they chose to enhance sharks as well. In a way, it's kind of cool that the sharks have a bit of a fighting chance, but at the same token,
Yeah.
when you mess with things like that, you often make something that's a lot worse than what it already is.
Yeah, I feel like scientists have already meddled in nature way too much in terms of, like, yes, we've done good things as well as bad things, but even the good things we do are going to have negative consequences.
Huh. It's almost as if he's walking on the water.
Got a little SeaWorld type trick there.
Yeah, I realize. Yeah.
Which, yeah, even dolphins that aren't in captivity love to show off like that.
Right.
I feel like some videos we've been watching have given dolphins a bad rep.
Yeah. I hate to agree, but yeah.
Because I guess it's because they've garnered a stereotype of being childish because of their playfulness.
Right. Which is a shame.
Yeah, and I'm just... So I feel like the reaction that these videos have when they see, like, the not so great things that dolphins do too, they're like, oh, dolphins are messed up, I feel betrayed, you know, and it's like...
Woof.
That's the vibe I got from those videos when they were talking about the very disturbing things that dolphins can do. But, you know, I recently watched a documentary about dolphins, and they handled it much better by not, you know, assigning good and bad to things that dolphins do. They just kind of happened to mention some of the same things these YouTube videos did in a much more matter-of-fact way.
Yeah. It's sad that they want to make moral judgments on.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, yeah, animals do things that are kind of questionable, so do humans.
Frankly, nature doesn't care about our moral system.
No, they don't.
Yeah, and if we think our human hierarchy system is intense, it's even worse among animals.
Yeah.
So yes, there are dolphins that get into bullying behavior and aggressive behavior.
Yeah. In a way, is it safe to argue that it's belittling to animals to perceive them as childlike?
Yeah, and to, like, have that realization that they aren't completely ruin your perception of them.
Yeah.
Oh, now I see dolphins in a different light. I don't like them so much anymore. You know, that's not... I don't know. Then again, I'm somebody, dolphins are my favorite animal. I've loved them since I was quite young. So I guess they've always been with me as I've grown and learned about the world, just in terms of my like of them. Not literally. I don't literally have any dolphins with me, but you know.
Right, yeah. No one does, really.
No. Except for the people that research them.
Yeah. In a way, yeah. And I agree with you, bud. And even on the opposite end of the spectrum, like sharks, we tend to train ourselves to have this hate of said animal, but...
Sharks are unfairly villainized.
Yes.
And they make it too black and white. And I guess maybe they hear those things and they think, oh, that's stuff sharks might do. And they're like, but dolphins are sweet, they're not sharks. Where it's like, well, actually sharks are not that terrible.
Right.
They,
For one, what was eye-opening to me as a child was that we really didn't know that much about sharks.
Right. And you know, I kind of feel for sharks because while dolphins and whales are very social and are always in groups, sharks, even though they will cooperate with each other, are loners. They don't tend to be in big social groups, at least not in the same way that dolphins and whales are. They feed in their groups. Sharks can communicate with each other and often do to say, hey, there's some yummy food in this area. But most of the time the other one's just like, hey, thanks, man, and they go on their way.
Yeah.
So, I do feel for them in that respect because I've been a relative loner most of my life because of being misunderstood and bullied. I was never misunderstood as an aggressor, of course. So that's different, but
Yeah.
I can relate to that being misunderstood
Yeah.
and not being a part of the group.
Definitely. So for me, it made me realize that sharks were unfairly treated, and that's not fair for them.
Yeah.
And that's why they've had population problems.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that the guy who wrote Jaws even feels a regret writing his story.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm thankful that now we have more efforts to help sharks, but I feel like even now they're less popular than the efforts to save whales, dolphins.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, because there's that prevailing association. They're violent, they hurt people. When really they just attack humans when they're provoked.
Right. Like the one that bites when it gets stepped on.
Yes. They are direct rivals with dolphins a lot of times. That's because they feed on the same kinds of fish.
Aha, they go after the same food sources.
Yeah, so I think I don't remember if people assumed that sharks eat dolphins, but I'm pretty sure they don't for the most part.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, and that most of the aggression between the species is, again, the food source.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, more than likely from what I've heard about sharks and about dolphins, since the dolphins feed with their pod, I don't think the shark would stand as much of a chance in terms of getting food.
So with the dolphin, it's safety in numbers.
Yes, and they have this system worked out where they know instinctively whose turn it is to eat, and they all take turns and get the same amount of food. It's really a fascinating system, and they have they're grouped in a way also that they can keep an eye out for oncoming prey, and they help each other, they have ways to stun the fish so that they won't get away, and they work cooperatively that way.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I have to do a little more research about sharks, but the preliminary stuff I've researched is that the sharks don't quite function that way. So,
Like they model they work together, but usually are loners.
yes, they tend to be more loners or much smaller groups, whereas they don't have this real big social group.
It kind of makes me wonder, like, if their scary look is to help them survive as loners.
Oh, I'm sure.
Whereas dolphins who look relatively friendly and passive, it's easy to not take them that seriously unless you'd want to attack them. So for them, their great strength is to work together to accommodate.
Yeah. Yeah, and under certain circumstances, of course, sharks can do a little bit of that. But yeah, I would agree, and like I said, I have to do a little more research. If we have any shark experts watching, feel free
Oh yeah,
to,
please do. Talk.
feel free to let us know in the comments.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
In fact, with whales, I wonder if they're the middle ground because their size is intimidating enough.
Right, yeah.
They're very friendly creatures, looking creatures too, but they're big creatures, so you don't want to attack something much bigger than you.
Yeah, and they have a distinct social system that is similar to the dolphins. In terms of they can communicate with and understand each other when it comes to especially talking about food.
Big, and they work together.
Yeah.
So you don't want to mess with whales, it sounds like.
Yeah, whales, definitely not. Do not underestimate whales.
Yeah. I already saw disturbing old movies about, say, industries that used to exist at the expense of the whale.
Yeah. And, in some areas they were considered a delicacy too, which doesn't.
Aha. Nice.
Alright.
So I wonder, now that I'm inside, is there
Where do we go from here?
right. I guess my hunch was correct, but that looks a lot scary.
Are these the blades in motion?
They seem it. Okay, we just gotta wait for it to come to us. Oof! Oh crap! So we just gotta wait till the opening is convenient and then charge forward.
Man, this episode flew by.
Yeah, like we had moments where we're struggling and
Yeah.
it's painstaking and hard to watch, and yet there are episodes where we're just whizzing by the challenge with relative ease.
Yeah.
It helped that the riddle was slightly easier to figure out this one instance.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa, crab.
Yikes.
Yikes is right, bud. Not enough time.
No.
Okay, wait for it. Now! Get that gem. Where is it?
Unfortunately, just about out of time.
Yeah.
Yes, we actually are out of time. So I guess we will stop here for now. Well, you can go through that scary looking one.
Yeah. I guess we'll keep going until we're dead or something.
Yeah, or I guess till we get to the end of this place.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, I'm afraid this will be a
alright.
good stop to end today's episode.
Yes, so we will see you next time. Bye.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks for coming.